your corner. Okay? Good luck. God bless you.
He was 21 years old when that happened, and that has shaped not only the life, but the outlook of Shu Shu Carrington into the focused fighter that he is today. That's 65 more rounds in 11 fights than Shu Shu has been on.
A great step-up fight for Shu Shu Carrington.
Christopher Pitufo Diaz in the bubble. A majority decision loss against Adam Buenos Lopez in a war, also in the bubble.
Likes to dictate the pace, likes to get off with his offense, likes to land, likes to be in control. And he's physically strong too. Carrington's gonna get tested, but you're seeing right now, you're seeing the calmness and the poise of Carrington right now, and he's looking to pick his shots.
Do his work over the process of 30 minutes of action. Nice body work there from Sanchez as well.
Yeah, the reason why he's able to touch Carrington, he's not landing cleanly. He's hitting the forearms. He's just looking busy, staying active. And that can sometimes influence the judges. Just seeing a fighter being active like that.
Xander Zayas will open up the card on ESPN. He's with Mark Kriegel. A world title challenge at 126.
I want you to look how comfortable Shu Shu is along the ropes. You see how very shifty he is, rotating his shoulders.
Shu Shu, who's very comfortable just using his
good body shot right there from
to
Sanchez.
Create space, but that's the one way you slow somebody down, Tim. Go downstairs.
And I like what I just saw from Sanchez. Sanchez just threw the right hand right over the top of the shoulder. There it is again. Good right hand, crisp right hand over the top. That's how you take advantage of that shoulder roll right there.
You like Shu Shu's Philly shell, or did you like Ryan Garcia's better?
That was a scary shell. Ryan Garcia.
That's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shell.
It's going to be a left hook, probably to the liver, coming from Shu Shu. Looks like he's setting it up right now. He's getting Sanchez comfortable, but look at all that body right there from Shu Shu.
Nice jab, that left hook, and Sanchez is in trouble, and Shu Shu Carrington wants to finish the fight right here, right now, in the second round. Woo! And down goes El Alacrancito. The Scorpion has been stung. 10 seconds left here. The toughness of Sanchez to get up from that shot. Trying to hold on to hear that final bell in the second round, and down goes Sanchez once again, and the fight is over. What a finish from Shu Shu Carrington. It's not over till the bell rings, and that shot came. I think he should have given him a chance to recover, but I don't know if he would have.
He's a monster. Here Sanchez moving right. You see him paw right there, boom. Overhand right over the top. Puts him in a yoga position. Here it is again, just blinding his vision right there, blinding his vision. He changed the levels right there and just loaded up with that right hand. Right on the money.
This is how the fight ended, Tim. Look at that.
Right here is target practice right here. Just looking to place his shots. You see him trying to get in position to land the right shot. And you see Sanchez right there fall on one knee.
For your winner by technical knockout, Shu Shu Carrington.
And he said, tonight, it's all about him, and it's all about my fans who come out from Brownsville to show out.
Well, that's what time it is, Bernardo, for these young guys, and really any fighter. You don't get paid for overtime. You don't go looking for the knockout, but if it's there, you certainly going to take it. And it looks like, with the kind of shots that Carrington is landing in this first round, that he may be getting another quick knockout tonight.
This is his third professional fight. Always under control. Can fight inside the pocket, can fight outside. He has extremely long arms for a 5'8" guy. Honestly, 72-inch reach.
And Andujar does too, 71-inch, but I want to be like them. He actually beat Duke Reagan as an 8th seed in the qualifiers, but COVID took his dream away to be an Olympian in Tokyo, and here he is as a pro.
Yeah, that man is like, this kid is like a quarterback with the IQ of Tom Brady.
Hey, you know, Shu Shu's got Brownsville on his trunks. He's just following the footsteps.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Oh, nice stick there from Carrington.
You see the flashy combinations. You see the big single shots from Carrington, but the jab is setting it all up. That's why he's able to eat through it, even right now.
That uppercut, the body shot, a short right hand from Carrington.
Andujar has nothing to lose. He's got to let those shots go. He can't become a spectator and allow Carrington to have his way, getting off like this with no answer. Missed a big hook right there.
We'll see that once we move over to ESPN at 10 p.m. Eastern, as Shu Shu moves in with a very nice right hand.
Hey, Mick the Quick Rivers. Mick the Quick Rivers.
Nice stick there from Carrington.
Oh, Willie Randolph.
See, that's the thing. That's the problem with Andujar. He's
Nice
standing.
right hand and an uppercut.
Yeah, he's standing right there. He needs to pick up his feet. He needs to do something different. I mean, you're standing right in front of a counterpuncher, a vicious counterpuncher like Shu Shu. That's what's going to happen. You don't get countered every time. So change things up. Use your feet instead.
He's looking at the shots. He's rolling the shots. He'll get touched every now and again. That's to be expected when you're that close to a punching opponent. But he's landing shots in between the shots of Andujar right there. That's going to discourage him. And if one gets through, this fight might be over.
Yeah, and those uppercuts are very vicious shots. And now he adds a left hook. Does Shu Shu Carrington. He's got every punch in the arsenal. They're fast and they're powerful.
See, but the thing that
they're landing flush.
They are landing flush, but the thing is that every move that he makes has a purpose. That's the difference. Tactically, this man is fantastic. Woo! It's hard to teach.
Got to be very discouraging for the opponent, Andujar, who had Carrington where he thought he wanted him, and then Carrington dominates the inside.
Keep him in close, work the body, and Carrington has an answer for everything so far. Ooh, nice stick there from Carrington off the feint.
And he's anticipating something coming back from Andujar. So he doesn't strike me as a fighter who's falling asleep or getting too comfortable.
Yes, he's nice inside, whether it's the uppercut or the short left hook. A headbutt that caused the cut. Both fighters coming in. There's the clash of heads. Then comes the punch, and you see that it was already open because he knows that Carrington wants to show out in front of his hometown fans, fighting as a pro for the first time in New York City. But he's also got to stay disciplined. Now another headbutt.
Fueled Andujar. He had a nice 15 seconds right there, having pinning Carrington in the corner on against the ropes and landing the combinations. Oh, nice. Ooh. Always puts himself in harm's way. So, I worry about him when he gets in there with big punchers. Will he be standing there, or will he do something completely different and use his feet?
You see Andujar giving everything he's got
to land a punch.
See another headbutt there from Yeuri Andujar. Then he gets clipped with a nice uppercut from Shu Shu Carrington.
You don't have the muscles on his head either like I do.
That's true.
Carrington stepping up for the first time to a 6-round fight. This is the 4th round he's been here. We'll see how he does here as the fight progresses. Nice right hand from Carrington.
Yeah, Carrington's not a one-punch guy, knockout guy. More, he has snap on his shots. He can get your attention and get your respect. But he's going to be more a break you down systematically type of guy if he don't produce knockouts. Not with one punch.
He's going to continue to mature. His punch will get stronger. He'll become more accurate, more skillful, and find better ways to set big shots up. And it's really about the punch that you don't see that gets a fighter out of there.
Nice left from Shu Shu Carrington. Now he digs to the body. Right to the body. Carrington now doing work downstairs in round 4, changing the focus of his attack.
And Andujar does not like the favors for him, and he doesn't seem to like it. You see the hands coming down from Andujar, and he's not punching. He's more focused on protecting the body.
He's giving him that body tussing.
And because nobody likes to get hit down there.
Oh, my goodness. The body shots is what set up this
Look
right
at
here.
the legs. And here we see Andujar holding on. Can Carrington put the finishing touches on? Now a right hand from Andujar. Right hand from Carrington. Andujar now trying to dig deep. Half a minute left here, round number 4. Nice jab from Carrington. Kind of shook the legs of Andujar. But Eddie Claudio Dre was this close to stopping the fight there at the end of round 4. And Carrington is in unknown territory. Never been this far in a fight.
Right, this is a good place for him. It's a good place. You got to touch these waters situations, so you want him to touch the waters on the way up, face some resistance, and he's faced some tonight with Andujar, and he's responding well.
Oh, nice uppercut there from Carrington. Charging him about $8 a gallon so far tonight going downstairs.
Carrington setting him up.
It's looking ugly.
That's what he's doing. He's setting them up. He's letting them work. Now using the jab, sticking them on the outside, and here comes the counter.
What a left hook! The leg is bent once again from Andujar. What a finish from hometown Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York. Bruce Shu Shu Carrington.
Look at this. Check this out. The tactical work is how, when, and why you do things. Everything should have a purpose. There's the right hand over the top of the jab. Left hook right on the money, right on the chin. And then you see the defensive effort after the fact from Carrington. Beautiful slip counter right there to the outside. Boom.
Let's
Left
listen
hand on
to
the
it.
inside.
Let's listen to it in real time because it was devastating. I mean, that's the beauty of those shots, Dre, is that you end up looking up at those lights here at the Hulu Theater, and Shu Shu just shined.
For your winner by knockout from Brownsville, Brooklyn, Bruce Shu Shu Carrington.
Brown January 29th. And he's more seasoned than his record shows, but Bruce Carrington is a name to watch out for. But tonight, he's in with the shark.
And the speed on it and the distance that he's able to deliver on it. You understand you're in there with a mastermind, a chess player in Bruce Carrington.
And this is a spot where Carrington, Dre, he wants to shine.
Especially coming off of his last fight. That's part of the territory. If you want to be a star, if you want to be a champion, you got to learn how to deal with the pressure.
Those left hooks finding a home on the chin of Adrian Leyva, who tries to land a left hook of his own. High guard from Carrington.
The big knockouts. I want to see you struggle a little bit. I want to see you go through some things. And I want to watch your response. So right now we're seeing Carrington get touched a little bit, but then
I'm just going to say, pay attention to the inside game. A lot of things that Carrington does in the ring, a lot of framework, a lot of posting, a lot of pinning. There's a ton of things that he do on the inside. And what I mean is post. Keeping his distance outside sometimes, controlling the head, having head control to set up and line up and frame a shot. He does a lot of that controlling. See? Put his guy in a position right there. Little headlock right there on the chin.
All right, this is our last fight of our ESPN Plus card. Everything leads to Archer Better BM against Joe Smith Jr. Take us into the lab. One thing that each guy has to do. Right now it's Shu Shu Carrington switching things up, starting everything off of a jab. Leyva trying to land an overhand right. And you see the tight defense of the young unbeaten fighter out of Brooklyn, New York.
not just tight defense, but wide eyes. He's watching everything. You can see him inside of those gloves. His eyes look like two saucers, looking at his opponent, make the mistakes. And he's saying, okay, I can't get him right now. If he does it again, I'll get him up the road. And hit Carrington as much as he probably thought he would. He just got hit right there. I'm sure he's felt the power that we've all seen. And things are a bit more complicated than Leyva thought coming into this fight. But he could be piling up points and beating up Leyva in the meantime.
Nice body shot from Shu Shu. Carrington follows it up with a left uppercut. Our main event tonight has potential to become the 2022 Fight of the Year. Here's what both camps had to say about the much-anticipated clash for 3 belts. Sometimes it's power, sometimes it's heart that'll lead you to victory. Dre, we may need all three from both of these champions.
Well, that's what unified championships and undisputed championships should be about. You have to bring your best if you want to get the job done.
Come on, get out of here, guys. Box side here, guys. Fight out of here. Fight out of here. Come on.
And Shu Shu is having a difficult time dealing with that because the Philly shell, you know, when, ooh, nice right hand right there.
Yeah, if you can land 2 jabs and set up an overhand right because you can't get out of range, then that's a perfect way to break down that Philly shell.
The Philly shell, the way you attack the Philly shell is you got to go to the weak side.
I think all of this started because that jab got picked up, and he's blinding Leyva. Leyva can't see those rocket shots coming through. Now we're starting to see reactions when Leyva gets hit.
And those shots are landing to the temple of Leyva as he ducks down. I think Shu Shu Carrington understands where the head is going to be.
Sparkle Lee's doing a great job, by the way. She always does a great job. One of the best refs in the business. Doesn't get a lot of people talking about it, but we're going to talk about it tonight. She's doing a good job tonight.
Nice right hand once again from Shu Shu Carrington. Sets up a body shot, an overhand right to the temple from Shu Shu.
Yeah, that body shot hurt. See Leyva going backwards and pinning that right elbow right there where that liver shot landed.
And that means that there's opportunities for Carrington to land to the head as Leyva has to hold on here in round number 3.
This fight is close to being over.
Ooh, nice stick from Carrington.
That jab is causing all this trouble, starting in the last round. That jab, flicking jab with the right hand coming behind it. Now we're seeing a power jab from Carrington in those body shots.
And precise and accurate when he decides to throw his combinations. This fight...
Because Leyva is a veteran, and not a veteran, but he's been around. You can tell he's fought before. He's got more experience in his 6 fights, and you gotta respect him until the fight is over.
The body work once again to set up a big shot to put Leyva away. There's that jab. Steps back does Leyva after taking that right in the chin.
He's firing back. Can't deny that Leyva doesn't have heart. He does. He's taking a beating right now from Shu Shu, but still fighting back and trying to win.
Let's see if he has an answer here as we see that 87-24 connect difference in favor of Carrington.
Shu Shu wants to end this match. All he has to do is go to the weak side, go towards that left hand, throw those right hands and come around and start hooking to the head and also the body.
If he wants to get this knockout in this fight. Key component.
Oh, what a jab. It sends Leyva reeling backwards. And when a jab does that type of damage, Dre, it just speaks to Leyva being overmatched here in the 5th round at this point.
Well, he's losing every category right now. He's still in it because of his heart, and he's dangerous because he's throwing punches and anything can happen. But yes, when you get knocked back with jabs like, I think Leyva's ready to go. I think it's a decision away. And the one that holds those keys, it's Carrington. Yep. He decides this fight is going to be over, it will be over.
Look, when you a fighter, a young fighter at that, and you see the doctor up on the apron, and you see the referee in the corner, and you're looking at your opposition, you know that they're going to stop. You got to see that. You got to recognize that. And I understand that Shu Shu is young. Turn it up, and he can stop this match.
In other words, make the referee do her job here in the last 30 seconds of round number 5. There's that overhand right. Maybe a little bit behind the ear or behind the head. But here comes Shu Shu Carrington. Does he have a flurry in him here in round number 5 that'll make somebody stop this fight? Oh, what a nice right hand from Shu Shu Carrington, just following Leyva around the ring, trying to punish him. And we'll stay here and listen into Leyva's corner once again, see if somebody decides that they've seen enough, as now there's a big cut. You cannot stop this fight for a cut. Yes, it's a huge cut. You can't stop the fight because of this. What? He can see. Where have you seen that before in boxing? But that's the decision that is made in the corner.
Declaring your winner by technical knockout from Brownsville, Brooklyn, Bruce Shu Shu Carrington.
All right, boxers, you received your instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch him up. Good luck.
A generous man who would go and feed the homeless out of his own pocket, sit there and eat with them, because he told me there was a time in my life where my meals were not assured, so I want to make sure that they know that anything is possible.
You know, I appreciate people that do things, special things like that out of the kindness of their heart.
Empathy.
I do that on the regular, man.
Absolutely.
Honestly, on the regular.
And how can you not like Shu Shu? He's a Dodgers fan. But the Brooklyn Dodgers. Shu Shu was mentioning the fact that nice right and followed up by a left by Shu Shu, and yeah, Chambers felt that.
It's closer to the end than the beginning.
You know, we talked about Shu Shu enjoying the fact that he's on the same card with Shakur, Jared Anderson, Kelvin Davis, Troy Isley.
We may not see this, may not see another round if it keeps going this way, but yeah. Look. Whew.
Yeah, he's on shaky legs, and now a left hook from Shu Shu Carrington, who said, I want to stay poised, and I'm going to put my punches together, and that's exactly how he's breaking down Chambers.
All right, I want you to pay attention to how consistent he is. Yeah, check out this left hand right here in the inside. It looked like it was high on the head, right on the forehead. It was more as a cupping shot right there. I don't know if it did a whole lot of damage. It was high on the head. Pay attention to the hand movement inside as well as he's pushing and framing his target and where he wants to be. You see that little dip right there? He's not wasting punches. He's placing every single shot. This is high-level stuff you're seeing right here from.
He said, what you're going to see is continued improvement. My punch output's going to be greater, and my power, because I'm going to be sitting on my punches. And he's digging to the body and finding the openings on Chambers.
Chambers got a tight guard.
Yeah. He's undefeated. He started his career with a draw, and he's won 9 fights in a row, 5 of them by knockout. Oh, nice left hook to the body. It's just upstairs and downstairs work from Carrington as Chambers seems to have found his legs. Oh, I heard that one. It did not feel good.
Chambers is pinning that right arm by that liver. He's definitely protecting it.
Right hand there from Chambers. And another right and left.
That's how forceful that shot was from Shu Shu Carrington.
Brandon Chambers is not only a boxer, but a police officer. 2 jobs that his mother was against him doing. But at the end of the day, he says, I love the adrenaline rush of both. And I love the fact that in my day job, I get to help the youth of Baltimore understand that I came from those same streets and that they can make it too.
Shu Shu's doing the right thing. He cranked it up in the first round. But then he goes back to the corner, and his corner tells him, hey, man, you need to calm down. You need to take your time, set it up. You have 8 rounds to work. And sometimes we fighters, we forget about that.
Now, you know what wasn't easy work was the sparring that Shu Shu was getting in preparation for this fight, because our main event fighter last week, Robeisy Ramirez, who won the featherweight title against Isaac Dogbe, was his sparring partner out in Vegas, so he was getting excellent work.
That explains it all. That explains why Ramirez was so sharp against Dogbe.
Let him go, let him break, quick! Stop, watch the holding, watch the holding.
Look, the harder you study for a test, the better you're gonna get. And that's what Ramirez did. He called on this young man to get him ready for the biggest fight of his life, because he knows that Shu Shu is talented.
Ooh, short
nice
right hand.
Right hand.
Chambers able to somewhat recover, put those earmuffs on.
Chambers right now, he's just surviving. He's fighting to survive right now. He does have a tight guard. And Shu Shu's having a difficult time trying to get through that and try to penetrate that guard.
Blood now streaming from the nose of Chambers. There seemed to be another headbutt and then a combination of punches from Shu Shu Carrington. Nice body work from Shu Shu. This time, it's very different than the last round. He's taking his time. He's finding his openings or creating them, as Shu Shu has Chambers pinned against the corner, and down goes Chambers.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Chambers 9, doesn't want to get up.
10. That's it. That's it.
Fight is stopped by Harvey Dock as Shu Shu Carrington improves to 7-0, earning his 4th stoppage victory, making Brownsville proud once again.
You don't have much resistance coming back, but what you can judge by this performance right here is just the finish. He was able to figure it out. That's what it's all about. You know, Chambers was using that high guard, and he was squatting and leaning forward. He was making it difficult for Shu Shu to land body shots. And occasionally he'll land an uppercut up the middle and splitting the guard. But, you know, great finish right here. He just pummeled him right there in the corner. Let his combinations go. Those shots right there are hard shots. And just because they're not hitting, you gotta understand, Chambers' gloves is hitting himself in the process.
For your winner by knockout, Bruce Shu Shu Carrington.
Punches from here on up are good. You both know the rules. Obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves now. Come on, fighting at the bell.
Look, the better the competition, the better Shu Shu fights. And that's true. That's true about a lot of these prospects. Shu Shu walking tall right there. Got clipped, was in a Philly shell. Ooh.
Torres getting to the
Good
inside with a
combinations.
three-punch combination against Carrington. And things could really open up. Could this be the year where Shu Shu Carrington, there's a check, catches him with the right hand to close out. Shell defense, you see it going right across that waistband. There's a right hand that's able to sneak under the left elbow. There's a good example of being calm in the pocket right there. There's a lead right hand from Carrington.
Good jab.
Good jab. Snaps back the head of Torres as he came off the hip. Short right hand on the inside. Torres came in, crossed that threshold, back to the jab for Shu Shu. And then a sweeping left hook. As we come to the end of round number 2 to start off this evening. That'll be capped by the WBC 130-pound title fight.
Your opponent can see it. He does it there.
Well, it's got to come up before it goes.
Exactly. Good
There's
shot
that
right
lead
there.
right
There
hand
it
from
is.
Carrington, and then follows up his work. Jab to the body here, closing moments of round number 3. Picks up the pace, good hand speed from Carrington, end of 3. And Torres is a guy, you talk about the experience, Mark. He's had 3 fights scheduled for 10 rounds, and they all went the distance.
Ooh, nice.
See how many rounds just missing with that right hand to the body. Has landed 17 body punches
Ooh.
at this point, punching between the punches.
On Shu Shu. Shu Shu's letting one punch come at a time, and Torres, nice little counter right there from Shu Shu. Picking it up that Torres is actually trying to counter his counter.
Yes.
And he countered him.
A good left hook, and now the right hand connects upstairs. Good offensive output here in the middle of round number 4
Ooh.
from Shu Shu Carrington. Left hand comes back in return from Torres. You can see blood dripping from the nose of Bernard Torres.
Shu Shu turning southpaw. When things seem a little bit off, we're going to see how he delivers.
Good headshot that time on the inside. Uppercut and a big knockdown scored. My oh my, Shu Shu, hometown hero, knockout scored. Devastating power from Shu Shu, Brooklyn born, and does it at home. What a statement! One second left in round 4. 1 second remaining. And dynamite from Carrington.
He just delivered, Tess. He just delivered.
Well, another Brooklyn guy likes that. Shannon Briggs on his feet. And those gloves that have 8 and 21 on them. 8 as in, he says, I'll be the 8th champion to come from the Brownsville section of Brooklyn. Listen to this knockout.
Again, put that pressure on. Shu Shu marching forward, got the high guard up. Just waiting, anticipating. Lets the right hand go. Boom. Looped the right hand. Didn't throw it straight that time. Just taking advantage of Torres being in a terrible position. You see him squared up right here. Trying to fire back. Never saw that punch coming. Here it is again. Different angle. Shu Shu putting that high guard up. Nice little pull right hand. but he was able to step back.
Listen to this. That rear hook. That's good stuff. Man, you see that right leg of Torres, instant impact, and he just buckles to the canvas. Wow. So now, as we told you back on December 9th, you want to go on the next rung of the ladder. Jason Sanchez, who'd been in against Oscar Valdez, Christopher Diaz. Nobody had ever gotten rid of Jason Sanchez. Got rid of him in 2. And then Bernard Torres, as you said, experienced guy.
Yep.
Well-traveled guy.
Of course.
18-1. Gets rid of him in 4. You can see the growth, the development, the stages, the progress as he looks to graduate from top prospect to legit featherweight contender. Let's go to the ring and make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside the theater at Madison Square Garden, this bout comes to a conclusion at 2 minutes, 59 seconds of round number 4. For your winner by knockout. And now the NABF, WBO Intercontinental, and IBF Intercontinental Featherweight Champion. It happened right here in New York City. Your winner, Bruce Shu Shu Carrington.
When you're ready, know the rules. Let me remind you to keep it clean, protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck to both of you.
Officially, he was put into this bout on Wednesday. Unofficially, he really had 10 days notice. However, you could go back weeks and weeks because the original opponent, Gracia, had been training, had been getting ready to be on another card, and was given advance notice. Hey, be on standby just in case.
Working. When you're staying in the gym, it's easy to get ready for fights. He has a ton of experience, Tessator.
Can already see Carrington finding that range defensively, able to use that upper body movement to get out of the way from Gracia's efforts. Co-main event on national TV. Coming to the end of round number 1 with Shu Shu, Carrington, and Gracia. Good exchange to close it out. Then our main event.
Just letting his hands go. That's how he is. He's very spontaneous in there. And he can be spiteful at times. You know, he'll let his hands go, and the more he start building confidence, he starts getting tougher and tougher. Shu Shu has to put something back in his face. Bryce, nice right hands.
Enough calculated risk. He admitted, he said, I know I cannot go out there and outbox him. So, to your point.
Good combination right there.
Three-punch combination.
Yep.
Comes lunging in with the left hook.
Yeah, but
and there's the right hand.
But where's the jab? Where's the jab at from Shu Shu? Shu Shu seems like he's just looking to set him up for one shot. He's looking for one punch. That's it. Good defense again from Shu Shu Carrington, but not enough offense coming back.
Tried to time that right uppercut between punches.
So what Shu Shu's trying to do, he's trying to get him to work. He's trying to get him to overwork himself, wear himself down.
Oh, good left hand!
There it is.
Shu Shu lands a left hand at the end of round 2.
I'm going to catch you. I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to stop. Good right hand. Good jabs right there from Gracia. Just pay attention to see how Gracia moves.
Let him go.
Didn't take advantage of all the time that he was allotted.
That's all right. That's all right. You good? Let's go. Pick him up. Pick him up.
Oh, sharp right hand, timed well.
Nice, just rolling the shoulders right there.
And then a left hook to the body. Oh, he got caught as he tried to open up with an uppercut. Gracia said, I'm going to take some risk. From Eric Dolly, the referee.
Segundo.
Excellent action to close out round number 3. Round 4, Carrington with a 38-30 connect advantage to this point against a very active, very game Brayan Gracia.
You know, that's his ultimate goal, is to get in the ring with one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the game. You know, I don't knock it, you know, but you got to continue to climb.
Bernardo Osuna, what are we hearing from the corner of Gracia?
Former fighter Juan Mosquera wants him to start with the jab and stop lunging.
Again, that left hook is what he's looking for. Ooh, big shot. Combination on the inside.
3-punch combination, came back with the right hand.
Okay, come on. Don't look for the whole run shot all the time.
And the ability defensively to get out of the way.
But if you misjudge or mistime one of those punches, they can get in there. That right hand can get in there.
Brownsville swagger with Olympic pedigree, and I have no doubt his coach, Kay Caroma, says people will be studying him the same way he studied Emil Griffith one day.
Counter right hand.
Last fight was here in New York back
nice
in February.
roll. He hurt him with that body shot. I was right in the spleen, Tess.
There's that left uppercut.
Look at a little arm weary. Doesn't have that power, that much power on his shots like he did early on. Nice right hand. Uh-oh. There it is. Shu Shu. And Shu Shu now understands, and he's now coming forward. No, that's a part of boxing as well. You got to be able to sense that.
See the blood?
And that killer instinct. Here it comes.
Here he comes. Shu Shu Carrington turning it on here and scores the knockdown.
He smelt it. 8. That was a big last round for Shu Shu Carrington right there. Just stepping out, half a step back to create that space for that right hand. But when he decides, Tess, to let those hands go, he's accurate. He's precise with these shots, deadly with these shots. Gracia did everything that he possibly can to try to stay on his feet. However, Shu Shu landed that right hand right there that knocked the equilibrium off of Gracia. Nice uppercut. Good inside right there, work from Shu Shu.
See the damage. Left hook lands. Just missed with the right hand. Digs to the body, doubles it up. Downstairs and upstairs.
Yeah, Shu Shu's right brain. He just smart.
What, did he want that left hook, Timmy?
That's what he wants. Either a pull or a roll.
The right hand's been on the target. There's a combination. Oh, Shu smiles and shakes his head. Punches hasn't landed many of them, only 11%. There's a 2-punch combination. Tried the up jab.
There it is.
There's that right hand you said to look out for. Another short right hand. Comes back with it.
I think the uppercut's coming next, Tess.
More blood streaming from the nose of Gracia.
Right. The last 2 rounds, and Shu Shu just taking full advantage of it right now.
Right hand to the body, just on that belt line.
A special, Tess, when you're comfortable inside the pocket like that.
Sends him off balance again in the final seconds of a round. Shu Shu Carrington, undefeated Brooklyn fighter in control. Right hand that had him off balance. It was just near the ear, affecting his equilibrium. Took more damage in round number 6, and you see him go to the body here in round number 7.
Let's see if Shu Shu can figure something out to be able to corner him. Showing a new wrinkle. I didn't know he can switch southpaw, Tess.
Well, he's in such control. Hands are down, and he lands that.
For Gracia.
There's a combination on the inside, and he nearly puts him through the ropes. Second knockdown scored.
5, 6, 7, 8. Dos pasos largos. Dos pasos largos. You want to continue? Continue.
No, he didn't go down. However, the ropes, if they weren't there, he would have went down. Nice short right hand, just combinations. Getting Gracia out of position. Just on the retreat right now, just trying to survive these last couple of rounds. Remember, short notice. 10-day replacement. But a nice, crisp, short right hand in that combination right there. Caused trouble. There it is. He would have went down if the ropes weren't there.
Shu Shu giving a look that he could finish it at any time. Let's see if he does.
Hurt him. Did you see the legs?
Sweeping left hand.
Oh. Shu Shu toying now. He's just toying with him now.
That was his nickname, always on the trunks of Shu Shu Carrington. So many family and friends here at MSG tonight to see this next step in what many feel
Shu Shu right now still being defensively responsible right now, although he's in total control right now, and seems like he sees the punches coming before they even thrown. But if he gets too complacent at times, he can get caught. The Gracia, he's fighting back. He's trying to fight back in spurts. He might land one here or there, but Shu Shu's in total control right now.
Gracia trying to circle and continue to circle here in round number 8. Shu Shu finally corrals him. Uppercut on the inside. 3 left hooks, and this fight is over. As he says, right here in New York City.
That's the reason why the Gracia was getting away. But when he started to put him, he had him on the ropes, he started putting punches together, then you force the referee to have to do his job and protect the Gracia. But this is a nice finish right here. Slow-paced fight, just took his time. Great headshot, yes it was. But just taking his time, systematically breaking down the Gracia. Excellent finish right there from the young, talented Shu Shu Carrington.
The rising featherweight contender who hopes to fight for a title and claim a belt in the next half a year. And if you look at the landscape.
For your winner by technical knockout from New York City, Bruce Shu Shu Carrington.